Hello, heroes. Joe Smith here. Pardon my voice or me this evening. Allergies are driving me nuts. I've been keep sneezing, my nose, sucking on these mints here, that, trying to help out maybe. But this is round two review video of How Well Do You Know Me. You already saw the round one review video. I've already posted like three different trivia. Three of these are true, one's false. For those of you that want to know a little bit more about me or my background or past or that, here's your opportunity. I'm kind of like interviewing myself here. I've had some interesting jobs over the years. Wide variety of jobs. Some of them for several years, some of them just kind of temporarily, maybe a few weeks or a month or just a few days. I've learned how to do a lot of different things over the years too because of it. Gotta try out a lot of different things. But yeah, back when I was like 13, one of my early jobs was being a paper boy. I actually started out working when I was in third grade at the concession stands at the high school boys and girls basketball games because my dad at the time was a school maintenance director, so it was his job to go unlock all the doors at the gym, open the gym up, pull out the bleachers, set up the score table, turn on the scoreboard, set up all the rope line things or whatever, the little 4 foot tall posts with ropes between them, so people could get in line and weave around them or whatever. And just get things ready for that. So as like a little kid in third grade or that, I'd go up with them and help them pull the bleachers out and help them set up the rope things for the line and whatnot. And then when people would start coming in, I'd like open the door, hold the door open for them, and like some of the older people would give me like some pocket change or whatever. I might make $1 or $2 a night or whatever from just holding doors open for people. Which, I mean, I thought the school was like, Daddy, look, these people gave me these coins just for opening the door for them and holding it open for them. Third grader or whatever. And then one of my best friends at the time, he was like a year younger, but his dad ran the concession stand there at the games, and then him and me would run across the basketball court with brooms at halftime or whatever, and then we'd also help out in the concession stand or that. And so I learned how to run register at third grade or that. I'd take orders and run the register, and he would fill up the cups with pop, and his dad would get the hot dogs, or if they wanted candy, he would grab the candy bars or whatever, and then I'd ring everyone up on the register and count change back to them. There's no checks, no credit cards or anything back then. It's all cash. So I was learning how to count cash back to people at third grade. So that was one of my first jobs. And then also my dad had a little side summer mowing business because he worked at school. So in the summertime when school was closed, he didn't really have to do a whole lot there. So he had a lot of extra free time. And he mowed lawns for neighbors and relatives in this apartment complex down the street where my grandpa lived. So in third grade, I started helping him mow lawns. And or at the end of third grade, the summer between third and fourth, I'd start helping. So the snack shack was my first job. Helping mow lawns was my second, and then my third was being a paper boy. When I was like 13 or that. And I used money I made from that to buy my moped. Eventually, I rode around my bicycle doing it, and then I also helped my neighbor as my neighbor 2 doors down, also elementary principal, down to his house when I was like 14 or 15 or something, doing roofing, framing, concrete, build deck, insulation, stuff like that with him. So I learned about construction at like 14 or 15 with my elementary principal. Also my neighbor 2 doors down, Larry Reed. God bless his heart. I don't know if he's still alive or not. His wife passed away several years ago. But the money I made helping him, I bought my new mountain bike, and the money from the paper route, I bought the moped, and A7 Suzuki FA50, so that was actually my first motorized vehicle. I drive around doing papers, and then I got a second paper out, and then my little sister, before I got the second route, well, actually, originally, me and my little sister split the original route. But then we ended up taking on a second route. So then I got the entire first route. She got the new route with Marshalltown, Iowa. Whatever, I forget what it's called, but Marshalltown, Iowa newspaper. And then I later took on a second route. The Marshalltown one was Monday through Friday in the afternoons after school, and then Saturday and Sunday early mornings, or I think it was just Saturday or Sunday mornings originally, but then they had the other day, like shortly after. I forget. It's been 30 fucking years. Oh yeah, loved doing that. Loved meeting the people. Had a lot of elderly people, really nice people. They'd just be sitting by their door waiting for the little paper boy to show up with their paper in the afternoon, and they have cookies or brownies or whatever that they baked that day, waiting for me. That's probably how I got fat. Or even in the winter, showing up in the wintertime, 6 a.m. or we had this one older guy, he used to be a developer that kind of developed his neighborhood and the neighborhood where we lived in. But he just loved me. He was alone, and wife passed years prior or something, and he's just all alone there in his house, and I'd show up at 5:30, 6 a.m. Saturday or Sunday morning to deliver his paper, and he'd lights in the house all be on, and he'd be sitting there at the kitchen table by the door, and when I'd pull up on my bike or moped or in the car or whatever with his paper, he'd be like, "Hey son, come on in, have some on apple cider, have some hot cocoa, or I got some breakfast for you, I got a donut here for you." And so it's like, I kind of want to make sure I get everything done on time and not get in trouble, but still I try and take some time to visit these customers and have a snack or whatever with them. While I was in Fort Dodge, gave my GED. My little sister covered for me and did all 3 routes. Hers and my 2. My second route with Isle Falls Penny Saver was just like a once a week thing where you just it was like a coupon and advertising paper, whatever. It wasn't anything that people pay for or subscribe for. It's just like free paper that you just drive around and throw it out to every door. So, I mean, the Marshtown paper, I had like instructions where I had to put the paper. I had to put it inside the screen door. I had to put it inside the milk box, or I had to put it inside the mailbox by the front door. Not the street one where the mail goes, but they had like another one by the front door for the paper. So I had to remember all that for them. Which I mean, after a couple weeks, I had it all memorized, and I would sometimes ride my bicycle doing that route. I sometimes ride the moped, just keeping how energetic I felt or how big of a hurry I was in. Because when I was on my bicycle, I could kind of cut between houses and ride through yards and shortcut a little bit. Whereas on the moped, I couldn't. So. But I ended up having those two routes from age of 13 till I graduated the community college and moved to Arkansas. And both paper companies were sad to see me go. And my sister had my sister started her route even younger than me because, like I said, she was 3 years younger. So I started at 13, so she was like only like 9 at the time, riding her bicycle, doing a third of my route or the original route or whatever. And then we split the money or whatever. That's how we bought our Nintendo and Sega and Super Nintendo and new bikes and but yeah, when I was in college or whatever in Iowa Falls, I have to drive about half an hour, 30 minutes, 25-30 minutes to college for classes, and then my last class finished at like 2:30, and then I have to drive 30 minutes back home and get back at 3, and then the newspapers usually the people that drove around and dropped off the paper bundles to the paper boys, they got to me about between like 2:30 and 3:30 usually, depending on the day. So I get home, I'd cook a box of macaroni and cheese or bake a frozen pizza or have frozen dinner or something real quick. And the papers show up while I'm eating, and then I'd jump on the moped and drive around and do the paper out. And then after I got back from doing the papers, I get back in my mom's car and drive 30 minutes back to Ohio Falls to go play intramural flag football or water polo or volleyball or basketball, depending on the time of year and the night. Not every night, but some nights or that, a couple nights a week, most of the year. Or other nights I just go ride my moped downtown, watch a movie at the theater for $1. So, yeah, I was always busy. And yeah, one summer at that community college, I painted the girls' dorm. They hired me on to paint the dorm, and it was 2.5 stories. I say half because it was on a little bit of slope. So the lower level, the basement level, is kind of like a walkout basement level type thing. The lower level was only half the length of the building. That wasn't like into the slope or whatever. I forget how many rooms it was, but I think that took me about a month to do that summer. So even though I'm not taking classes there, I'm driving there in the morning, half an hour, driving back in the afternoon, half an hour, so I can, in the mom's car or whatever. And then jumping on my moped to go do the papers. And then if it's a Wednesday after I got done with Marshtown paper, I load up to go do the Iowa Falls penny saver papers around that route. But that was easy because they were like all kind of rolled up or whatever, rubber bands, and all I had they were like all in basket on the back of the moped, and I got really good at this to where I just drive down the street like full speed and just grab one and throw it, and usually kind of hit the front doorstep or close enough anyways. They didn't really care much. I mean, I think there's a couple times where it landed on the roof or in the bushes, but I got pretty good after a while. I mean, maybe not full speed, but like 10 miles an hour. And yeah, just kind of grab one from behind, throw the rolled up paper. Grab one from behind, throw the rolled up paper. Grab one from behind, throw the rolled paper. And it's just like going around like a quarter of the town, doing that once a week. Or if I didn't get it all done one night, then I mean, it didn't have to be done every Wednesday, but like by Friday or whatever. So sometimes there are some nights where I might do it. Some on Wednesday, some on Thursday, or maybe finish on Friday or something, depending on what I had going on at the college. But water polo was like 9 p.m. at the college, so on Wednesday. So I mean, I have plenty of time to do the papers and get back to college by 9 p.m. But and then we play water polo from 9 to 10 p.m. And then I drive half an hour back home. And then, so it's like between 10:30, 10:45, 11 p.m. by the time I get home. And then go grab a bite to eat and go to bed and get up at 7 a.m. to do it all over again. Our county fairgrounds was so yeah. I was once the painter that painted the Grove Storm of a college, the one I went to, the community college in Iowa Falls, Iowa. I was once a paper boy. Had a couple paper routes. The county fairgrounds was across the street from our neighborhood, and there's 2 summers when I was a teenager after I quit high school, when I got like a little temp job there. The one summer I ran the bounce house, got paid like $10 an hour. Well, it was just, really good back then, because that was like twice the minimum wage back then or whatever. But yeah, it was cash at the end of the day or whatever. But yeah, the inflatable bounce house or whatever, little kids go in and just jump around, bounce around and shit. So I ran that, and dollar going for 5 minutes. But my mom had daycare growing up. I liked little kids and helped her out all my life growing up. Volunteered at the Sunday school or Bible school or whatever in the summertime with little kindergartners, because a lot of them were kids that my mom babysit that I helped with since they were like born or babies. But so I kind of cut them slack, and it's like, well, if there's nobody in line, let you just go ahead and bounce for 10 minutes or 15 minutes. I don't give a fuck. I mean, or if someone did walk up, I'd just take the dolly. Yeah, go and jump in and join them or whatever. Yeah, eventually I'd tell them, okay, you guys need to come out and take a break here now and give me another $1. But yeah, I mean, I'd let them all bounce probably twice as long as what I was supposed to. And they're all cool to me. All the kids are well behaved. They weren't like kids nowadays. If I told them time was up, you need to come out, they're all like, okay, they come out. It's like, okay, you need to pay another $1 if you want to go back in. They hand me another $1 out of the pocket that their parents gave them. So I mean, nobody ever threw a fit, nobody ever whined. I told them, it's like, hey man, look, I'm supposed to only be giving you 5 minutes. I'm giving you like 10 minutes here. Just don't tell my boss or don't complain. Just behave and be cool with me. I'll be cool with you, and they were cool with me. I was cool with them. And then the next summer after that, I ran the strongman deal. Where you take the sledgehammer and you hit the base or whatever, and then like on the teeter totter thing, and then it shoots a puck up and rings a bell. Ding! Yeah, the next summer I ran that, and that was really fucking fun and cool because I kind of considered the nerd or whatever growing up. Nobody liked me. Nobody wanted to be friends with me. I was always picked last in PE class. I was always picked last for basketball or football or dodgeball or whatever at recess time. I was considered to be the weakest link or whatever. Nobody wanted me on their team. So when I was doing that, because I had been doing construction prior to this and some concrete work and actually swinging a sledgehammer for real, busting out center block walls and shit. I actually got pretty strong at the time. And plus I was a pretty big kid, so I'm taking it, I'm boom, ding every single time. I can ring it every single time. So I was like your typical car. Hey man. I see these like high school kids that are like my grade, kids that I knew from high school, or maybe older high school kids or whatever, that were like bullies and dirt bags in high school. As they're walking by, I ring it. Boom, ding. Hey man. Pretty little lady you got there. Why don't you sure that you're as strong as I am? Come ring the bell. Only $1. And they're like, oh no. Oh, come on, man. Don't be a pussy. Are you afraid you can't ring it? Don't let Nerd Boy show you up. Hey, little lady. Watch me ring it. Ding. Too bad your boyfriend can't ring it. Maybe you should come hang out with me. And then that would... I would say like stupid shit like that. I mean, I suppose nobody tried beating me up or whatever, but that would just piss them the fuck off. And they're like, okay, here's $1. I'm going to ring that motherfucker for you, just show you the fuck up or whatever. Then they take it, they flip it, and they hit it. And sorry, the phone fell. I was like, oh. I guess you're just not man enough to get it up for your little lady over there, are you now? I just say anything and everything to piss the shit out of them. Piss them the fuck off. I mean, I was nasty and mean to them. It's like they're all bullies to me all my life growing up. So I became the bully to them all of a sudden. I had the power. It's like, hey, I can ring the bell. Why can't you? Come on, Nerd Boy can ring. Why can't you? So then they had me another $1 to try again. Oh. So you've had this erectile dysfunction for some time now, haven't you? I mean, I'm surprised your little lady is still with you. I mean, hey, baby, you're kind of cute over there. Here's another $1. I mean, they would just keep giving me dollars and dollars and dollars until they finally rang the goddamn fucking bell. It's insane. And they're like, there, finally, I showed you I can ring it. And I'm laughing. Hey, I'm getting commission of this, man. So yeah, I was a carnival worker at one point in time. I once was a painter, painted the girls' dorm. In fact, in 3rd grade and also in 5th grade, my 3rd grade Sunday school and 5th grade Sunday school, we painted the Sunday school rooms for our church Sunday schools. My Sunday school class for them, both in third grade and fifth grade. And a little side note, one of my Sunday school classmates that helped paint those Sunday school rooms in third and fifth grade was Amy Fuller, aka Amy Mullis, her married name, the victim of her husband Todd Mullis, that's in prison right now for the Iowa corn rake murder. That was featured on 48 Hours in national news. I mentioned a while back, by the way. So there's a little side story there about my original painting jobs and who helped me with them. But I never waited tables. I mean, there was one table I once waited. I'll talk about that another night, probably, because it's running long now. But, I mean, I never worked as a waiter waiting tables. I never worked as a grocery store clerk. I never stocked shelves at a grocery store. I was never a cashier at Walmart grocery store. I was never a busboy or a sock boy or whatever. I never worked the typical jobs that, your teenagers do. I never worked fast food or that. So your typical jobs that you're 16 to 20-year-olds work, whether in high school or college or whatever. I never worked any of those. Never worked at grocery store, fast food. Never waited tables. Never stocked shelves. Never busted tables or anything like that. I always had all these like odd jobs, weird jobs, or whatever, or in the construction trades and stuff. So this time, 45% of you, almost half of you, said that I never worked at a Hy-Vee grocery store, and those of you are right. So this time, about half of you were right. I never worked at a Hy-Vee grocery store. I grew up with Hy-Vee, my hometown. That's where we did our shopping. We also have Fairway. Both are Iowa-based companies. Hy-Vee in Des Moines or West Des Moines area, and Fairway is kind of Boone, I think, where the home office or where they started. But yeah, we have both in our hometown. Did most of our shopping at Hy-Vee. My grandpa, after he retired from being a farmer, was a janitor of our local Hy-Vee. So at night for a few years or that. So it was my grandpa that worked at our local Hy-Vee, not me. So the Hy-Vee one was a false one. The others are true. Thanks for watching. I hope you found this interesting. I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit more about me and my past and my crazy work experiences and shit. And if not, well, sorry. But those of you that did enjoy this, well, thanks for watching and stay tuned for more. Let's sign out.